I tried it on, and 1, 2, 3, just above the third bottom from the neckline is what I like my new neckline to be. So what I've done is I pin the two sides of the shirt, including the shoulders, together, coming from here down like that. I'll stretch the fabric as I go along. The idea is to cut both sides the same at the same time, so both sides will be the same. Right. Okay, let's go here. Right. I can feel the fabric underneath is flat. Hopefully it is flat. Yeah, pretty much. So I'm gonna go up to the neckline here. I can always change it later. That's my new neckline. I try it on. It's quite nice. So that is where it hits me on my waist, more or less. So I'm gonna cut just below here, just above this button. I'm gonna cut the shirt that way. I'm gonna just cut it, and then I think I'm gonna put some darts on the front. I don't know about the back. I might do that too. Let's see. But I'm just gonna cut it off now. Okay. Right. So that's the shirt. I'm gonna measure it and put some darts at the front. But also, I'm gonna make the sleeves a lot smaller. And I think this, as always with me, the shoulder is way too big for me. So I'm gonna take the sleeve off. I'm just gonna cut it off because it's too big anyway. And then I'm gonna see how I can refashion this sleeve into, I would like to put like a lot of volume in the sleeve. So for now, I'm just gonna cut it off. Okay, that's one. Okay, so that's the bodice and that's the sleeves. I'm now gonna put it in the form to see what I wanna do next. Okay, so I tried it on. What I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna finish the neckline because I think it's gonna be coming too loose. So I'm just gonna finish with the bias tape. It will just, if I was to do each side on the bias tape, it will just add bulk. And at the end of the day, I mean, the neckline is big enough for me to put it through my neck, no problems, my big head. Right, so here I've done little pins where I'm gonna do little darts. Then in here, I am so weird shape compared to men's shirt. I think that's the problem, isn't it, between us ladies and them. Right, so that's where my shoulder ends. Look at that. That's all of that is in excess. That's why it's in drop shoulder of me, which doesn't look so good. So I'm just literally gonna finish the armhole here. Then I'm gonna find some nice textile to do a cool sleeve there. Another problem I have is that this is really low. If I cut it the front and the back at the same height, obviously I don't have the volume that in the back that I have at the front. So this is much lower. So I'm just gonna cut a wedge about maybe 1 inch, maybe a little bit like 2.5, 3 centimeters. And I'm gonna go from 0 to up there and then back in there. Okay, so I folded the shirt. I'm gonna tackle the armhole now. So as you can see here, the front of the shirt always has a more pronounced arc, so you can move your arm this way, and the back is always a bit longer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come from here, which is more or less where they seem to be. Here is where more or less they seem to be joining, more or less. So what I'm gonna do is, this is what I wanted to finish. So I'm gonna give myself a little bit more, just the tiniest little bit more, maybe 5 mil or something. And then I'm just gonna chop it off kind of that way. And then I pick whatever wedge I've done and copy on the in the other shoulder and do it that way. So just literally more or less that way. So I think I'm gonna come from here, and if I don't like how it looks, I'll do it again. Okay, more or less. And when you cut, always on a 90 degree. Okay, so now you can see there's a little bit of a weird bump in there. I'm just gonna straighten up that a little bit. The back, back is fine. Right, so I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. My torso is so much shorter at the back. So what I'm gonna do is, that's the edge of the back. So I'm gonna come about 3-4 centimeters, and then I'm just gonna cut all the way there, like in a little arc, like that, until I get to that point. Right. You might not need to do that, but I need to do that on my tops because my bag is so much shorter. Obviously, I don't have the volume that I have in the front. Right, so there's a weird pick here. I'm just gonna label that off. So, more or less. Okay, so all the cutting is done now. I'm gonna finish the neckline. And then I'm gonna work on the sleeves, see what I wanna do for the sleeves. Okay, so I have attached the sleeve again. I'm gonna cut it because it's too long, so I'm gonna probably cut it like that and then see what I wanna do with it. But yeah, I have a stitch here. I'm not sure about this neckline, it seems to be pulling up. Let's see what I can do about it. Another thing I've done is I reduced the size a little bit. I'm gonna have to cut this a little bit around as well. But what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna attach the other sleeve. So basically the armhole was too big. That's what I wanted to explain. So the armhole was too big. So what I did is I closed it from here and I went down, like giving a little shape, not a lot, just a little bit. And so I closed the armhole a little bit and then I attached the sleeve. I cut the excess fabric and I attached the sleeve here. You can see that's the top and that's the bottom of the shirt that I cut. So I'm gonna join it again and then just gather it a little bit because it's obviously I took the dart there and I took some space off there. So not a lot, just make it fit basically. I might put the same dart here, so emulate this here. And then maybe a dart at the back, we'll see. But almost done. Okay, I did everything that I told you I was gonna do. I don't want to get up so you don't see everything that's happening, but can you see the problem here? I think I probably overstretch it. I should have just cut it maybe a little bit higher and do the neckline straight away. That's something to learn. So I'm thinking this kind of is asking for a little bit of, sorry, somebody said to me that it was quite off-putting that I keep on looking off camera to the right or to the left. My camera is connected to my screen, so I can actually see whether it's focused, and I'm showing you what I want to show you. That's all it is. Anyway, so I'm thinking of doing something to, like a pleat. I should have done that before I did the neckline. I don't know how I'm gonna fix this because I don't want to do a pleat from the side because I don't want to take the sleeves off again. But I need to do something with this. And another thing is, I cut the sleeves and I was just gonna do a double hem and be done with it. But I don't like how gappy it is. And I have a few other ideas of how I want to finish it. I have a whole bunch of textiles here. So let me put it in the form and we have a think because I might need your help to decide what to do. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so if you see a mark on my top, I just down my coffee down me because that's what you do in the morning. I'm not awake, I don't think. I didn't burn myself, it wasn't that hot. This is also a top that I fixed in one of my videos. I'll put the link below if you're interested in watching. So there we are. I told you I was gonna pin this thing here. I'll try to figure out how to do it because I don't really fancy undo the whole neckline again. I don't like the sleeves being so wide. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove some of the volume and make it a little bit narrower. So I started from here, maybe 1.5 centimeters, 2 centimeters, and go into the armhole. But I have a few things in here that I wanna talk to you about. This is a pillowcase of a children's duvet that I found, I think in, it's an ex-IKEA, it's a thrifted item. The color is just gorgeous. I also have the duvet. But I was thinking there is a gray going on, greenish gray going on the shirt. And I was wondering whether to do something with it, like a bubble thing I did in my pink and orange tops in one of my videos as well. And I really fancy not just doing the sleeve like this, but doing something with it. So these are my choices for textiles to do that. I have this green one, which is quite nice. Then I thought, what about if I put something a little bit lighter and go a little bit off? I quite like this. This is a vintage pillowcase that I've been keeping for a long time, trying to figure out what to do. I really, really love it. And I love the frilly thingy. So I'm thinking, so I'm still looking at the screen to see what it looks like. The textiles are cute. There's enough pinks to go. I quite like it. What do you think? Let me bring it closer. What do you think? I quite like this one. I went to a thrift store once and they have a lot of IKEA curtains that somebody dropped. This is a beautiful cotton, like green sage. I think it's beautiful and it's not really quite plain. It has like you can see the threads almost. It's absolutely gorgeous quality fabric. So I bought a couple of them. I have this one and I have another one I'll show you in a minute. So then I thought maybe this one, because it's folded, but the fabric itself is quite light. You can see through, it's almost, can you? 50-50. But you can see, I think it will look really nice. I like this one. And then I thought, okay, let's not go green, let's go gray again. And I have this little piece of fabric that I found, and you know the coupons in the shops in Amsterdam, they do these coupon things, and it was just, I think it's 1 meter, it doesn't look like much. And it has this beautiful embroidery, it's like it looks almost like a chain stitch. And I think that also looks really nice. The only problem with this one being that it's a little bit thicker. The material is thicker. So for what I want to do, I think it's too thick. Thanks to the embroidery actually, funny enough, because the cotton underneath is actually quite soft and light. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I wish you were here so you can give me your idea. I do like the way these two look together. I do like the way, oh, I don't know if I've showed you this one, because I also like, that's the curtain that I got, the same on green. I got it also in this kind of, which is like, I don't know, I wouldn't say a green, I wouldn't say cream. It's like a light, I don't know, maybe beige or grayish beige. This one also looks really nice. So if I take this one off, this one looks really nice. I just want to do like a nicer sleeves, but let the textile to be a little bit more toned down. Sometimes I just go crazy and I put some really bright stuff, and sometimes I just don't fancy it. And because the stripe is so, you know, delicate in color, I was thinking of choosing something delicate as well. I really like the way these two look together. I really like the way these two look together. This one I really, really love, and I will definitely do something with it. I don't think it's this one. I will definitely do something with, and I'm gonna reuse this. I'm fancy something extremely ridiculously girly just to go with the fabric. Then I have this one, which I kind of like, but I think it's a little bit too dark. And then I have the same one in green as the other one. So I'm gonna have a think, because I really want to finish it for this video. I kind of wish I've done like I did the last time with the community tab, where I could actually put both all of the options and let you ask, but I'm gonna look back at the video and see which one I prefer. I kind of look this one, I'm looking at in the screen, I kind of like this one. I think it looks really nice. Either this one or this one. Actually, it looks different because the grey is underneath this. That's kind of... So this one or this one. I think I'm gonna go for the green. Yeah, I think I wanna go for the light green. I think I like the most. I really, really like this, but I think it's too much. I think I'm gonna go for the green. I'm sorry if you chose something else. I just screaming at the screen. Okay, let's iron it and cut what I want to do with these fabrics. I just made 2 rectangles to do the bubble pad of the sleeve, and it's about 70 centimeters by 30, so 1 centimeter each way for the seams. So that's what the measurements are. And this is all I've got left from the shirt, so I'm gonna pick a rim from here to make the cuff for that. So I married the sleeve back to the shirt with a little bit. You know, at the moment, this is all I have left from the shirt. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be keeping all these colors to make something with it. I did have a video where I put them as straps on a top. But I'm having another idea. So I have a few shirts, refashion, remakes, upcycling coming up. And I think I'm gonna be keeping them all up and then do something cool with them. But yeah, I mean, looking at the fabrics together like that, I'm very happy with it. But then again, I really like this one. I mean, these two are kind of in the same family. I kind of like them 3. I wish I could do something with the 3 of them. A little bounty going on. Sleeve, sleeve, cuff, cuff. And actually, I'm happy with the fabrics now. Right, I'm gonna chop them off and start stitching them to the shirt. So I need to do something like this. The question is, am I going to be a good girl and unpick the bias tape, then do the dart and then put it back on and fix it? Or am I going to be lazy and just, you know, sew it like that? What's it going to be? Lazy it is. Don't blame me. I just want to crack on to sew more.
It's our set.
not so happy about is this here. If you can give me some, I was being lazy because I thought I'm not going to be taking everything off when I'm not 100% sure how to fix it. So I guess the only thing I could do is do a dart from the side into the epic of a bust. But at the moment, that's what I am. I really love the color combinations on the blouse. So I think tailoring is about making something fit you comfortably. I didn't think I was gonna fit the shirt so much to my body shape, but the more I leave it loose and everything, the less I liked the fit on it. The more I went, oh, I need a darting here, and I shave quite a lot on the side and all the way down to the hip, on the hips as well, so it won't be too, you know, it's just fitted nice. The one thing I would say is that even though it's quite fitted, it's actually really comfortable. I feel really comfortable moving on it, and yeah, I quite like it. It is it is extremely hot, and I just put my hair down just to take some pictures for the reveal of the blouse, and I'm like really hot. I need to put my hair back. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!